Ah, there you go. And, of course, we were just talking about Tanya Koenigan then right there. Don't forget Tanya Koenigan at the Widgie Thornside Country Music Festival, 26th, 7th and 8th of April. And, of course, Tanya just jumping in there to say g'day to the folks and letting us know that we have got the home of great country music.
You know how I love grabbing new CDs when they come across the desk. I grab hold of them, stick them in the car, have a listen to them and so forth. Well, let me tell you, the one thing I love about the country music genre now is there's everything from Taylor Swift to George Jones and everything in between, a bit eclectic. I love that, the sound that we embrace all of that. And I've got to tell you, these guys, this album here, I'm showing it up to the microphone so everyone can see it.
This at home.
Is here. It
I'm
is
doing
the...
my,
It is the
Fellow Century Arm.
Adam Eckersley Band, and I can tell you there's it's edgy in some ways, but what a great sound. And to talk about it, joining us on the line tonight is Adam Eckersley himself. Welcome, Adam.
G'day, mate. How you going? Thanks for having me.
Mate, congratulations on the EP. It's an interesting body of work.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
And I noticed there that the band, it's a full contribution from the band in writing all the music.
There's some members of the band. I was involved in all the writing, and a couple of my mates out of it got in on the writing as well. A couple of the members came after. Some of it was recorded, some of it recorded on it, and it was just sort of a progression of things as the album progressed last year. Yeah.
And Adam, Tracy here. How you doing, mate?
G'day, Tracy. How you going?
Having a look at the cover.
Yep.
Was it a prerequisite to have some sort of beard thing going before they could get into the band, or have we just grown, the beards have grown with the band?
Well, it's funny because all of us just have the same sort of attitude to
What, lazy, don't want to shave?
Yeah, you got it, that's right. I mean, we're all sort of been musos for a long time, and just, I quit getting haircuts a long time ago. Actually, I usually get 2 a year, whether I need it or not.
Well done, congratulations on that.
So you know what? If I do have a haircut and a shave, my wife goes crook. So I just go, well, okay, I'll let it go.
So you say you've been doing music. How long have you been in music, and particularly country music?
Well, I've been sort of playing, full time as my only money earner for the last 10 years, but I was doing it for, a good 5 years at least, 6 years before that. And I was around, when I was 15, 16 through to about 19, I was Garth Brooks wannabe 100%, and, had the big black hat and all that sort of stuff. And then through my early 20s, I got a lot into guitar a lot more, and so that took me in a couple of different directions, all the usual guitar heroes and stuff, the Hendrix and Eric Clapton and all that sort of stuff. So I've always played country, and I just added, a bit of blues along the way and a bit of rock, and also too making a living out of playing in covers bands for a lot of years. You got to be sort of pretty diverse in what you do. So that basically that's probably about 15 or so years I've been playing at pubs and whatever else.
So you mentioned Garth Brooks there. What about from Australian country music? What sort of people do you admire, or peers that if you had the opportunity to do some stuff with, what sort of people would we be talking at? You'd like that?
Some of my favourites. Kev Bennett's got to be one of my favourites.
Yeah, no doubt.
Flood.
Yep.
I love what Rob Corbett does, Bob Corbett.
Yeah, he's a crazy cat, and we love Bob.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a fellow Newcastle lad. He's I just love his songwriting and all that sort of stuff. I love Busby Maroo. I really dig their stuff. Not that I've heard as much as I'd like to. I'm slack at buying albums, but I really dig their stuff. And there's a heap of dudes.
What about if you were to do a duet with a lady singer? Who would be? It doesn't matter. It can be worldwide. Who would you say? I reckon our voices, our blend, or bugger all that. I just want to sing with her. Who is it?
And I'd have to say my wife. She's got the best female vocal, one of the best I've ever heard, let alone in Australia.
Nice brownie point.
Do we know your wife?
Brooke McClimate. Well, she's at Eckersley now. I've changed her.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to say that so you get some bit of brownie points there.
She goes all right, doesn't she?
Does she go all right?
She's absolutely amazing. I was a big fan of hers, long before we got together. We grew up down the road from each other in Grafton, and since then she's come to, jam with me in different bands, playing sort of blues stuff and country rock stuff and what have you, and she just wails.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to play guitar in the McClimates, toured for 6 months in America. I've only done a handful of gigs for them here, but it was basically out of necessity in America. They needed a guitar player and I needed a wife, so...
Good combination.
It was great. It worked awesome. And every night, didn't matter how many times I heard them play, I still was spun out at their harmonies. It was awesome.
So where to with the Adam Eckersley Band?
Well, we're just going to tour as much as we can this year. We're going to release another single somewhere in the middle of the year, and then the album's due to be released around August. So we're just going to pretty much play anywhere people will have us and try and get the name out there and get some people to shows. And pretty much we're doing what we've been doing for the last 10 years, but hopefully we get a few people come to hear what we've actually put together ourselves.
Yeah, and I mean, well, come on, this song, Should Have Known Better. I think there's probably a few guys out there probably singing the same lines.
You know what, I had an experience when I was 18 and I sort of drew from that with that song. I went on a bus trip. I was a mechanic at the time, and one of the mechanics was getting married and it was his buck show, so we got on a bus in Grafton and went to the Gold Coast, and it was the first time I'd went to a strip joint, and I thought this girl was in love with me, and I just kept on handing her big dollars. The more drunk I got, the more money she took, and told me everything I wanted to hear, and the boys on the way home the next day had a great laugh at my expense.
And big expense too.
Yeah, and I thought, I gave her my number and she was going to call me. I was sure of it. I told all the boys, but I never heard from her.
No, she's still out there laughing.
Exactly.
What a surprise, Adam! This, mate, we are pressed for time tonight, but I tell you what, we're going to go out with this song, Should Have Known Better. Where can around Southeast Queensland, if someone wants to get hold of the EP, and if they want to know more about Adam Eckersley, what's the best way of doing it?
Well, the EP's actually hasn't been fully released. It's only the single that's available on iTunes at the present moment.
Get out there on iTunes. Everyone's got iTunes accounts.
Yeah, get into it. I think we've got to prove that we can sell a few before the record label puts more money into releasing. So, get on iTunes, and also we've got a Facebook, which is just Adam Eckersley Band, and we've got a website, so we'll try our best to keep that updated. We're trying to get to 5,000 likes on Facebook, and we've only got about, 4,400 to go, or 600 to go, something like that.
Well, there we go.
All right, do we hear
We've got something to work towards.
Yeah.
Well, there's plenty of Facebook people listening tonight. I'm not one of them. I'm not a Facebooker, but
good work, mate.
All you people that are Facebook junkies, make sure you get onto the Adam Eckersley Band and like them. We want to get them over 5,000 before the show finishes.
Beauty, that'd be
3
awesome.
minutes.
We got a film clip coming out in the next sort of few weeks, so if they get on and like the page, they'll be able to watch that first up too.
Ah, there you go.
Absolutely.
It's pretty racy too. It's got some lovely ladies on it.
I can just imagine.
She's not the one from the football, not the one when you were the mechanic, is she?
No, I don't know what happened to her.
Well, no, we don't want her in the video. No. Not now.
No, that's right, bugger her. She's probably bought a house on the hill with the money, I guess.
Yeah, probably. It's a nice investment. Probably that I'll take this. Thank you very much. Adam, we're going to catch up with you again as the EP gets launched and all the next single comes out and things like that. So thanks very much for joining us tonight. And I think we're going to go with this one, I think.
Should have known better.
Thank you so much for having me. Cheers.
Pleasure.
No worries, guys.
See you, mate.